Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. This class is going to focus on simplification of algebraic fraction. Okay, we have finished up with most of the operation that involve fractions of numbers. So if you check our videos, you will see problems on fraction. Okay, so if you are still having any problem, you can still go back and watch most of those videos, because we are going to use those videos, or use the topics that we have treated in those videos to apply in algebraic fraction. Okay, now when we say simplification of algebraic fraction, what are we talking about? This is just a name, a small name that compressed all these operations that we have done in the past video. Okay, what do we do in simplification? Simplification means that when you have two fractions, you try to make it to be one. When you have three fractions, you try to make it to be two or one. So simplification just means that you should put it in a simpler form. Okay? And how can you put an algebraic fraction in a simpler form? It is by addition, multiplication, subtraction, and what? Division. Okay? So now, some people might still be confused about what an algebraic fraction is all about. Any fraction that involves an unknown value, or what we call variable, okay? Any fraction that contains a variable is regarded as an algebraic what? Fraction. For example, you can have x over 3 is an algebraic fraction. You can have x plus 1 over 4 is an algebraic fraction. We can have 5 over x minus 1 is an algebraic fraction. So you can see that there's an unknown here, there's an unknown here, there is an unknown here. Okay, remember, the unknown that we have is not only x. Okay, it's not only x, we can also have y, we can also have other alphabet or symbols. Okay, so let us come to algebraic fraction. So what do we do in algebraic fraction? If we have, let us first of all look at algebraic fraction with numbers at the denominators. Algebraic fractions with numbers at the denominator. With numbers at the denominators. Okay, so let's take an example. So we are going to focus on addition and the subtraction. Okay, we are going to focus on the addition and subtraction. Multiplication and division, we are still going to come to that. Okay, so let us look at addition and subtraction of this kind of algebraic expression. Let's take an example. Simplify the following. Number one, let's have x plus 1 over 2 plus x minus 5 over 3. So if I have a problem of this nature, what am I going to do? It is very simple. The same way you solve your fraction is the same way we are going to solve this kind of fraction. Okay? The same way we solve our fraction is the same way we are going to solve this kind of what? Fraction. But the first thing I will always advise my students to do is to put this numerator here in brackets. Does that mean that if you don't put it in brackets, you are not going to get your answer? No, you are going to still get your answer, but you have to be more careful. Okay? Especially when there is a negative here or subtraction here. Okay? If you don't put this in fraction, the tendency of making mistake will be very high. Okay, so the first thing I advise is put this in fraction. Anyone that is not a fraction, make it a fraction. Put the expressions in fraction and oh sorry please, put the expressions in brackets, okay, and any number that is not a fraction, make it a fraction. Of course, we are lucky here, they are both fractions, okay. So the first thing we need to do is to put this in brackets, so that will give us, so let's have our solution now. So this will give us x plus 1 over 2 plus x minus 5 over 3. Okay, so when you have gotten this, the next thing to do is what we have been doing before. What we did in fraction of numbers, that is exactly what we are also going to do here. And what is that? You take LCM. Okay, take LCM of 2 and 3. If you watch our previous videos, we talk about LCM of two numbers that does not have any common factor. It's just a multiple of the two numbers. So the LCM of 2 and 3 will give you what? 6. Okay, because 3 times 2 will give you what? 6. 6 divided by 2, that will give you 3. Then 3 will multiply this bracket here. So we have 3 into x plus 1. Then I have my operation as what? Plus 6 divided by 3, that will give me 2. 2 times my bracket, that will give me 2 into x minus 5. Okay, so what do we do here? You simplify the numerator, and of course, the denominator is already simplified. So that will give us 3 times x, that will give me 3x plus 3 times 1, that will give me 3, plus 2 times s, that will give me 2s, plus 2 times minus 5, that will give me minus 10 all over 6. Okay, so you can see what we have at the numerator: 3x plus 2, 3s plus 3 plus 2s minus 10. So you gather your unknowns, the expression, the algebraic expression together, or you collect like terms. That's what we call collection of like terms. So when you do that, this and this will come together, which is 3x plus 2s, while the numbers will come together, which is plus 3 minus 10 all over 6. So that will give you these two, they have a common term, so you can actually add them together. So these two will give you 5s. Why these two, they are constant, they does not have any algebraic variable there or any variable there, so you can evaluate them together. So 3 minus 10 will give you minus 7 over 6. So that is our answer for that one. Okay, let's look at when we have a negative value or when we have subtraction there. Okay, if we have subtraction, let's take it as example number 2. Let's assume that we have 2 minus s minus 2 over 4 minus 3s plus 1 over 12. Okay, let's have this one here over 8 and have this one here over 12. So what are we going to do here? So the same thing, solution. Okay, so first thing to do, remember I said that you have to first of all put this in what? In bracket. It makes your work simpler. Okay, it makes your work simpler. So put this in bracket, put this in bracket. So that will give you x minus 2 over 8 minus 3s plus 1 over 12. Okay, s minus 2 over 8 minus 3s plus 1 over 12. Like I said before, putting this in brackets will help you. You know, we ensure that you will not make unnecessary mistakes. Okay, so you take LCM, you can still go and check out how we solve LCM of numbers. Okay, so let me just do a little of that here. 8, 12. I first of all divide by common thing. What is common? 4 is common, so 4 here will give me 2, will give me 3. There is nothing common anymore, so I will go by 2 and I'll go by 3. Okay, so that will give me 4 times 2 times 3. That will give me what? 24. So 24 is the LCM of 8 and what? 12. So that will give me, I'll put my 24 as my LCM. So 24 divided by 8, that will give me 3. 3 times my bracket. So I'll have my 3 into my bracket minus 24 divided by 12, that will give me 2. 2 into my bracket, so that will give me 2 into 3s plus 1. Okay, so that will give me 3 times s, 3s, 3 times minus 2, minus 6, minus 2 times 3s minus 6s, minus 2 times 1 minus 2, all over 24. Okay, all over 24. So if you look at that work there, just like what we did here, we collect like terms, then simplify. So that will give us this and this will come together, 3s minus 6s. This and this will come together, minus 6 minus 2, all over 24. Okay, so 3s minus 6s, that will give you minus 3s. And minus 6 minus 2, that will give you minus 8 all over 24. So that's our answer there. Okay, so we are going to still solve more examples. Okay, we are going to still solve more examples when there is no, when there is a whole number. So we are going to look at if there is a whole number. Okay, or when one of the fractions is not an algebraic fraction and the other one is an algebraic fraction. So let's do that here. Okay, so let's do that here. Number 3, let's have 1 over 2 minus s plus 3 over, let's say, 7. Okay, 1 over 2 minus s plus 3 over 7. Now in this problem here, the one of the fraction is an algebraic fraction, while one is just a number fraction. Okay, what are we going to do? Does that going to affect our answer? No. The same step, the same method. Okay, you first of all put this in bracket, so that will give you 1 over 2 minus x plus 3 all over 7. Okay, so you take LCM 14, LCM of 2 and 7, that will give you 14. 14 divided by 2, that will give you 7. 7 times 1, that will give you 7, minus 14 divided by 7, that will give you 2. 2 times the bracket, that will give you 2 into x plus 3. So that will give you 7 minus 2 times s minus 2s minus 2 times plus 3 minus 6 over 14. So that will give you collect like terms, that will give you 7 minus 6 minus 2s over 14. So that will give you 1 minus 2x over 14. Okay, so you can see it's not different from what we have been doing. Okay, uh, let's look at when we have a whole number and an algebraic fraction. Okay, when we have a whole number and an algebraic fraction. So I'm going to wipe this part off. Okay, we can have, let's call that example 4. we can have 3 minus a over 2 plus 2a plus 1 over 3. Solution. Okay, so we can have something like this: 3 minus a over 2 plus 2a plus 1. This is a single number, so there's no need of putting in bracket. But this one here, we need to put it in bracket. Okay, please let me wipe off the board very well. Okay, so that will give us 3. Remember, this is not a fraction, so make it a fraction. 3 over 1 minus a over 2 plus, put this in brackets, that will give you 2a plus 1 over 3. So the next thing to do is to find the LCM. LCM of 1, 2, and 3. From our previous video, we can say that the LCM is 6, okay? Because when you find the LCM of 1, 2, and 3, it will give you 6. So that will give me my what? My 6. So if you have your 6 divided by 1, that will give you 6. 6 times 3, that will give you 18 minus 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2, that will give you 3. 3 times a will give you 3a plus 6 divided by 3, that will give you 2. 2 times the bracket, that will give you 2 into the bracket. Okay, so you open the bracket, collect like terms, so that will give you 18 minus 3a plus 2 times 2a will give you 4a, and 2 times 1 will give you 2, all over 6. So you collect like terms, so that will give you 18 plus 2 minus 3a plus 4a over 6. So when you do that little arithmetic there, that will give you 20, and this will give you plus a all over 6. So that is our answer. Okay, so you can see that it's a very simple thing to do. Using simplification of algebraic fraction when you have numbers at the denominator. Okay, when you have numbers at the denominator. Okay, let's do the last example, because some of the examiners would like to trick you. Okay, what do I mean by examiners trying to trick you? Some examiners will write the problem instead of what you are seeing here. Instead of writing this problem like this, they will write it like this: 1 over 2 into 3x plus minus 1 minus 4 over 5 into 2x plus 1. So you can see, okay? So this is just a little trick that some of examiners will do, okay? Just to be sure that you know what you are doing. They want to just be sure that, yes, you actually know what you are doing, okay? So they will write it in this form instead of this form. Please don't panic, because this can be written as this, and this can also be written as this. So let us rewrite this to look like this, okay? So that will give us 3s plus minus 1, sorry, all over 2 minus 4 into 2s plus 1 all over 5. You can see that this now is looking like this, okay? Okay, so now that you have it looking like the same, you do the same thing, okay? You take LCM, LCM of 2 and 5, that will give you 10. 10 divided by 2, okay, will give you 5. 5 times the bracket will give you 5 into 3s minus 1 minus 10 divided by 5, that will give you 2. 2 times what you have here, so you have 2 times 4 into 2s plus 1, okay? So that will give you 5 into 3s minus 1 minus 8 into 2s plus 1 over 10. So when you open that bracket, you are going to have 15 minus 5, 15s, sorry, minus 5, okay, minus 16x, this and this, will give you minus 8 over 10. I hope you are following. Okay. Oh, there's a little mistake there. I'm supposed to have minus 5. Okay, so what's the next thing? I guess you can be able to say that, okay? Because what we have been solving is not different from what we have here, is not different from what we have here, is not different from what we have here. The only thing that is different is just the questions are different, but the method, the process are also what? The same. So 15x, you bring it closer, minus 16x, then minus 5 minus 8 all over 10. So these two will give you minus x, these two will give you minus 13 over 10. So that is our answer for that. Okay, that's our answer for that. So we are going to end the class today at this point. In our next video, we are going to look at simplification of algebraic fraction when you have an algebraic expression at the denominator. Not just numbers at the denominator now. We are going to have algebraic expression at the denominator. Okay, so you are going to see how we are going to solve that. It's also the same process, the same steps. Okay, so please do well to subscribe to our channel and share the video